Hey, this is George G. Welcome to George G's More Brock. How's everyone doing out there tonight? Hope I'm doing well. Having a good day, night, whatever it is. I'm gonna do a little thread from Metal Mickey. He did doing a 1, 2, 3 album challenge. So what it is if you pick an album, first album you pick has to be your favorite from that band. It has to be their first album. Second album you pick has to be your favorite from that album. It has to be their second album, the band's second album. And the third album you pick has to be the band's third album, but it has to be your favorite album from that band, and so on and so on, as many as you can do. So I watched Marty Mack do it, and I thought that's pretty interesting. I was like, I don't know if I could do that or not, but I was thinking of stuff like, oh, I might be able to do that. And I came up with some, and let's see how far I got. I think Metal Marty Mack got like 6, I think, or 7. I can't forget. So this is from Metal Mickey's channel, so I thought that was pretty cool to do. So I'll put his link in his description. If you watched me, you must be watching him. So I'm like, I'm nobody compared to those guys. Anyway, I'll start off here from the first album. So this is the number 1 album, and the first album I picked is my favorite album by this band. It's their debut, because that's the way it works. Metallica's Kill 'Em All. So always been my favorite one. I think the rawness of it, it's just been still my favorite one of all of them. It's not the first album I bought by them, but it is my favorite one with songs like Hit the Lights and The Four Horsemen. It's always been my favorite, so that's my first one. And then we go to second album, which is this band's sophomore album, and it's my favorite one by the band, and it's another thrash classic, and it is Overkill's Taking Over. With great, I always like this. Is always flip up between this and the first album for my favorites, but I love this one. This one just edges it out, and that's why it's my favorite here. But we did the Cross and the Wrecking Crew. Fatal of Swallowed. Great stuff. So, there you go. It's my number 2 album. Third album. Favorite album by this band. And it's their third album. Like I said, it's the way it's supposed to go. And I could have picked a couple, although I could have picked Maiden's Number of the Beast. And that's my favorite one. But I figured I'd pick an album people maybe like don't pick too much and be surprised it's my favorite album by this band. But I picked Death, Spiritual Healing. That's still my favorite one by them. To me, it was a transition from like Scream Bloody Gore and Leprosy to what they did ahead with We Human and Symbolic and all those. I love this album. So with Living Monstrosity, and there's so many great songs on this one. The whole thing is good. I didn't put my glasses on, but you know the album. Great stuff. Sorry about the glare. So that's my third one. Album number 4, and again, my favorite album from the band, and their fourth release, and it is Judas Priest, Stained Class. Always loved Stained Class. Another one, just again, not the first album I bought by them, but with Exciter and Better by You, Better by Me, Saints in Hell. I love Saints in Hell. My favorite song by Priest. So yeah, that's the 4th album here. 5th album by the band, and my favorite album by the band, and that is Black Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Maybe an odd one to choose for my favorite, but it's my favorite album. I love this title track, Killing Yourself to Live, Natural Acrobat. Great stuff. Just so much more depth to this album than they did previously to me. And that's my favorite one. So Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath is the 5th one. Now, when I got to this point in my head, I'm like, well, I think I'm just going to get to 5. I'm not going to do any more because I can't think of anything. It took me a while, so I think of catalogs. Got a lot of albums. What is this actually my favorite one? And I thought of this one, and it was perfect. 5th album from the band, my favorite one by them, Manowar, Kings of Metal. Love the cover, Ken Kelly, of course, title track and Wheels of Fire. Just such a great album. I love it. And what do you call it? Blood of the Kings, favorite song by Manowar. So sorry about this glare. I have to do this. No, there you go. It's a little better. But yeah, it's Manowar, album number 6. And we go on another one. So it's another one. Surprised I could do this, but it is their 7th release for the band. And my favorite one, Immortal, Sons of Northern Darkness. So I'm trying to get a little bit of the glare out of here. But it's just my first one I bought by them, so it got me into them. Tyrants, and then just One by One, Within the Dark Mind. Love this one. So yeah, Immortal. That's the number 7th album by my favorite band. I got one more, and it's the only one that's on here that's not a metal album, but I put it on here because it's a rock album. It's one of my favorite ones. It's the 8th album by the band, and it's the first one I got. Love the album. ZZ Top, Eliminator. It's the most famous one, and I know it's a lot of overplayed stuff, but I love the album. Give Me All Your Lovin'. Legs, Sharp Dressed Man, TV Dinners. I just love the album so much. So yeah, ZZ Top. And there you go. That's my 8th one, and that's the final one I could do. Anyone else I couldn't do anymore. So that was it. I got up to 8 albums, so that was pretty good. So yeah, check out Metal Mickey's channel for his thing, and other people are doing it, I'm sure. So I thought it was cool to do. So hopefully someone likes this. And yeah, so that's it. So I'm looking forward to see other people do their takes on this too. So that's it. So anyway, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. And comment and all that fun stuff. And keep rocking metal alive. We'll see you next time, guys.